Hi there. People have always been impressed by very large things, regardless of whether they are natural, such as a large canyon, or things created by human hands, such as the Great Wall of China. And today, we present to you 10 of the biggest things in the world. When it comes to the largest creatures in history, different types of dinosaurs, extinct millions of years ago, immediately come to mind. You may be surprised, but the most gigantic animal lives and feels good to this day. This is a blue whale, a mammal whose length reaches 33 meters, and the weight can be 180 tons. The tongue on this giant alone can weigh more than 2.5 tons. Just think, this is the weight of the average Indian elephant. Naturally, such a whopper somehow needs to be fed. It may seem that such a monster should at least eat large fish, but no matter how strange it may sound, the blue whale mainly feeds on small crustaceans. During the day, he eats up to 40 million of these crustaceans. The tallest man in history was Robert Pershing Wadlow. According to the Guinness Book of Records, at the time of death, his height was 272 centimeters and weight 199 kilograms. Wadlow grew all during his short life. The boy was born in 1918 and up to his 4th birthday was of normal height and weight for his age. However, from that moment on, he began to grow rapidly and attract a lot of attention. At the age of 8 to 9 years old, he was 1 meter 88 centimeters tall and could carry his father in his arms upstairs. Upon reaching his 10th birthday, Wadlow almost reached 2 centimeters and weighed a whole centner. Because of his huge legs and feet, his shoes were made to order and absolutely free since Robert was an American celebrity. By the age of maturity, his height had already reached 254 centimeters and his weight 177 kilograms. During this time, the young man was the giant at school, which he graduated from at the age of 18 and entered university to study law. In the same year, he traveled all over the United States with a circus, and in 1938, he began participating in various tours and publicly performed, causing great attention from crowds everywhere. He was called a good giant. Unfortunately, over time, Wadlow's health deteriorated. Because of his rapid growth, he had limited leg sensitivity. He began to need crutches, and on July 4, 1940, during an Independence Day speech in Michigan, the crutch rubbed Robert's leg, which caused an infection and resulted in blood poisoning. Doctors tried to save the life of a famous American with the help of transfusions and operations, but on July 15th, the tallest man in the world died in a dream. 40,000 Americans attended Wadlow's funeral. Robert's coffin weighed half a ton and took 12 people to carry him. Wadlow's grave was carefully concreted at the request of his family, fearing that his remains could be stolen. Among vehicles, the largest in the world are of course dump trucks, while the biggest dump truck is the Belaz 75710, released in the fall of 2013 by a Belarusian automobile plant. The height of this giant is more than 8 meters, and the weight is 360 tons. In this case, the load capacity of this monster is higher than its own weight. For example, in January 2014, the truck set a Guinness record for transporting cargo, weighing 503 tons over a test site. The vehicle has 2 fuel tanks with a capacity of 2,800 liters each and reaches a speed of up to 64 kilometers per hour. But even though the Belaz 75710 is the largest dump truck in the world, the title of the largest mobile vehicle belongs not to him, but to this giant, whose dimensions shake the imagination. This excavator, Bagger 288, built in 1978. Its creation took 5 years and $100 million. The length of this monster is 2 football fields and a height of about 100 meters. With its impressive size, it moves at a speed of 60 meters per hour. This is very good, considering that this titanium weighs 13.5 thousand tons. To control the excavator, 4 operators are required to work simultaneously. The machine is able to work without stopping for days on end, extracting coal and other natural materials. The largest building in the world is the Burj Khalifa in Dubai. This is a 163-story skyscraper, height of 828 meters. The skyscraper owns a whole bunch of records, among which is the highest located restaurant and observation desk. The building has 57 elevators that can reach speeds of up to 10 meters per second. The construction is called the city inside the building because it houses apartments, offices, shopping centers, a hotel restaurant, and much more. The surface area of the skyscraper is so huge that despite the fact that the windows are washed daily, it takes about 3 months to wash all the windows. Among the largest aircraft in the world is the legendary AN-225, created in 1988. This giant has a wingspan of over 88 meters, has a maximum takeoff weight of 640 tons, and can fly up to 15,400 kilometers at a time. On board, he can take up to 50 cars. Today, this plane exists in a single copy and belongs to the Ukraine. Initially, it was supposed to be used to transport various components of spacecraft, but after the collapse of the USSR, the need for it disappeared. But the largest serial passenger aircraft is the Airbus A380. Its capacity is 853 passengers. Developed in 2005, the aircraft is actively used to this day. Among the ships until 2010, the largest in the world was the tanker MAGNUM, which for its size fell into the Guinness Book of Records. Its capacity was 564,000 tons, and on the upper deck, it was theoretically possible to place 5 football fields. This giant was built in 1976, and in 2010, when the operation came to an end, it was dismantled for scrap. But among the passenger ships, the largest in the world are the 2 Bahamas twin vessels, the Oasis of the Seas and the Allure of the Seas. The latter, with a length of 362 meters and a width of 60 meters, accommodates 6,400 passengers, served by more than 2,000 crew members. A large original handmade carousel, jacuzzi pools, a water park, a casino, shops, restaurants, and bars are at your disposal. Passengers who want to spend time more actively can take advantage of the numerous sports facilities. The boat has an ice rink, volleyball and basketball courts, a golf course, bowling, climbing walls, a fitness center, a spa, and even a surf pool. On the ship are ice shows, a circus, and other recreational activities. There is a zone for kids, with rides and more. We can say that this is a whole city on the water. Jupiter is the largest planet of the solar system. This gas giant is so huge that even its famous atmospheric vortex is much larger than the Earth. The most interesting thing is that the mass of Jupiter is 2.5 times the total mass of all the other planets of the solar system. 67 natural satellites rotate around Jupiter. Of course, the Sun itself is the largest object of the solar system. Its radius is 109 times larger than that of the Earth, but even such dimensions fade against the background of hypergiants. This is the star of Eta Carinae. Its radius is about 240 times the solar one. Well, this is the hugest star that we know. VY Canis Majoris has a radius of 1,420 times more than our Sun. If you were to fly on a rocket at a speed of 900 kilometers per hour, then it would take you 787 years to fly around this monster. The highest peak of the Earth is Mount Chomolungma, also known as Everest. Its height is almost 9 kilometers. Naturally, this attracts climbers from all over the world. Weight loss after climbing is an average of 10 to 15 pounds. So if you did not know how to deal with obesity, then Everest is at your service. But remember, over the past 60 years, more than 200 people have died on its slopes. Mostly, people die because of the high atmospheric tension and extremely low temperatures, which sometimes is minus 60 degrees Celsius. which, combined with periodic hurricane-like winds, the body feels at a temperature that is down to minus 120 degrees. An interesting point is, the number of tourists visiting the mountain is so great that over the past 30 years, so much garbage has accumulated on its slopes that it was called the highest altitude dump in the world. That's all for today. Put like if you liked this video. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more.